Hey guys, it's Trauma, and I'm eating pizza. So, people have been bugging me about Castle of Bones. They've been bugging me because I'm lazy as hell. I've had this footage for like a week and a half, and I haven't made the video out of it. Um, so I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do it now. Um, Castle of Bones is not as hard as everyone thinks. There's a couple things you need, and a couple things it helps to have. What you need is a mage. Um, you could probably get away with a ranger if he's got 3 disinform, but you need a mage. Um, Reason for this is in stage 3, the boss is fucking awesome. Everything he summons is awesome. He'll summon godlike Emrys on you. He'll summon these fencing masters that just ruin your day. He'll put heroic and protect on them. You'll see. You'll see. We'll explain. But stage 1 is a normal deck. Just use a normal deck. If you don't have very good cards, go with Sunder Armor, Nukes, and magic damage. Okay, I'm gonna take a break from eating for this. Go with Sunder Armor, Nukes, and magic damage. Reason for this being, he uses a ton of armor. He uses human type units that have vigilance mostly. Besides, I believe captains and sentinels, they all have vigilance. He also uses a lot of ghosts. I think he only uses chilling ghosts. I don't know. We're gonna find out in a sec. But he uses ghosts too. But not a whole ton of them. Mostly the humans. But I sped this stage up. I speed stage 1 and 2 up because they're mainly normal decks. He's a warrior. He uses warrior moves. He's gonna put heroic. He's gonna put protect. He's gonna put martyr. This first stage boss is basically just gonna have a bunch of armored units and vigilance units, and he's gonna buff them up with armor and. Now that I think about it, he has like armor and magic resist and encourage and heroic. So he's basically hacking. So he's cheating. So don't feel bad if you lose once or twice. But I mean, you can kind of watch what we do. We're just kind of flinging it here, because all of us except Manga are VIP. So yeah, but if you are not VIP, that does not matter. You will just have to use more Sunder Armor and kind of make up for it by not trying to just overpower them, but trying to use more strategy, and that is Sunder Armor, nukes, and magic damage. If you have like King Vel or anything, be aware there is lots and lots of vigilance that he uses. As you can see, he's putting legendary squires everywhere, and that's an issue for King Vel. That will take King Vel out, so be careful. Desperate Soul is really nice here, just because the Chilling Ghosts can't do any damage, and it can really hold back a lane for a long time. Who else is good here? Ekin is okay. Just thought Ekin got summoned. He's alright. We're putting on a lot of magic damage. That's what's really important here. Also, there's nothing else to explain for this stage. So, once again, I'm gonna apologize for putting this off for so long. I was having the voiceover, like, when I played it back, it would skip over on me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I would try like every day, not every day, every other day to do this video, and when I played back the voiceover when I was trying to explain things, it was skipping, and it wasn't like the pausing I do. It wasn't like the when I interrupt myself. Basically, it was like actual skipping because the audio was doing something funky. So hopefully that will not happen here, because that would suck eggs, because it's going to take like 10 hours for this to upload. Okay, so stage 1's basically done. Stage 2, you start out with 4 godlike champion knights. Those are the horses down at the bottom right. You see that horse? It's those guys. You start out with 4 of those bad boys smashing bone walls that you have protecting you. But those bone walls do not last long, so you gotta mobilize quickly. I believe they're the only godlikes that show up. There might be Emperor Augustus. Emperor Augustus may show up. And if he does, just petrify him, because you have a mage. If you don't have a mage, get a mage. If you don't want to get a mage and you're stubborn and you're like, no, we can do this without a mage, disinform him. Or, no, disinform him. He has to go away. He hurts. And same goes for stage 3. But stage 2, you can also use a normal deck on. You don't need anything special. Just use your normal deck. Thunder Armor might not do you much good. It's mostly horsemen, a lot of cavalry. So if you have like those spike walls that do double damage to cavalry, you could use those. If you have if you're a warrior, enmity, I don't know, cavalry might help. Makes you do double damage to cavalry, or makes a unit do double damage to cavalry. That could help. I didn't use it. I don't think I've ever had a use for that card, but you could try that. Man, you guys are making my pizza get cold. You see what you're doing? See what you're doing to me. So, I think I might just ramble, because, if you have a none Castle of Bones, then you're seeing the stage for the first time, and watching the stage is going to help you. If you've done Castle of Bones, you know this stage is not that tough, honestly. And you can get overrun if you don't summon like units quickly enough. And so then you have to retry, but honestly, it's not that challenging. So, I've been running Castle of Bones 3 times a day for the last week. I've been using all of my double picks on it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I cannot get the epic pendant. I can't do it. I cannot get the epic pendant. The epic pendant is the only thing you want from Castle of Bones, because Castle of Bones sucks. You get really good at it, you can do it pretty quickly, but it's still just not worth the effort, since hard mode bosses reward such garbage. It's really not worth the effort. So once you get the epic pendant, don't bother doing Castle of Bones anymore. Don't waste your time. Use your picks on something else, because I don't know. Even the epics you get from it, Epic Templar and Epic Fencing Master, those aren't that great. You get those. Those are 50 gold in the auction house. You want good stuff. Those aren't good stuff. Those are bad stuff. So yeah, get the epic pendant. Stop doing Castle of Bones. That's what I'm trying to do. But I can't get the epic pendant, so FML. Why didn't I speed up this stage? Gosh, this video is gonna be so long. And you guys are gonna yell at me and be like, "Oh my gosh, I couldn't watch your whole video." And then you're gonna put banana in the comments if you did watch the whole video. And then people are gonna PM me saying banana, and my whole life's just gonna be involved with bananas, and it's gonna get really homosexual. I'm gonna eat some pizza. You know what's really important we should talk about here? How shitty it is when you take a bite of pizza and all the toppings from part of the pizza that you didn't bite come off in your mouth, and you're just like, what the fuck? It's horrible. So as you can see, I didn't mention, he does use non-cavalry, like those guards and Templars and Paladins, but mostly cavalry. Those are the ones you need to worry about. Because the Paladins don't even have armor, the Templars don't have that much armor, and guards are just really bad, so don't be that worried about it. I think he can summon godlike Crusader Lucanus. Crusader Lucanus is a pretty bad card, so you don't have to worry too much about it, but it does give them all life, so you can nuke it if you want. It'll be in the back, though. He does armor and life buffs. He has new crap. I should have made this video windy, like the Windy Cliff video where it was just stage 3, because stage 1 and 2 are so... They're just me rambling. I don't have anything to talk about for stage 1 and 2, honestly. I could sing you guys a song. Do you want a song? should write a song. I was thinking about talking or starting like a little series within the YouTube channel, like Let's Play or like a Let's Talk or something, where I just talk about current issues or I don't know, something. I'll figure it out. I'm running out of video ideas. This will be the 19th video, and then I'll have to figure some stuff out. If you want to see deck builds, like an undead deck build, I mean, you could kind of use an undead deck, but honestly, like just using one how to explain this? Just using one race doesn't really work in PvP. Uh, like at high levels, currently, with the time I made this video, this is the top 20. Rangers running premeditation, which does damage, and then they have a whole bunch of cards in their hand because they used premeditation, and then they just rush the crap out of you. And they don't use a specific race, you know. They just rush all hell out of you. And that's the top 20 right now in 1v1s. And so they're not using a specific race. You know, I could show you a deck build for that if you wanted. It's mainly just premeditation, true shot, double stab, frenzy. I don't know how many people have frenzy. I think that's one of the hard to get ones, but there's not specific deck builds you could do. You know, I could show you a rush deck, but it's not that hard to make, honestly. Some 1 and 2 timers, make sure they're cavalry or Pegasus. You know, if you want to add defense, you can. It kind of depends on your class. Warriors should go offense. If you're rushing as a warrior, and you should be rushing as a warrior, your goal is to do more damage to the other person, like than they do to you per turn. You just want to get them before they get you. That's basically how you PvP on a warrior currently, at higher levels. But I'm going off the path here. So we have a cute little line of paladins that are all buffed up and stuff. And what that tells me is that I should take another bite of pizza because you guys don't need me to tell you how to beat paladins. So I'm also making a video where I do an interview, like a Skype interview with one of the GMs, Boise, next week. And he's going to talk to the producer and get a bunch of information for us and just answer a lot of concerns and questions we have right now. So that's going to be freaking awesome. So stay tuned for that. But I'm kind of waiting on him a little bit, so I don't know when that's going to happen, honestly. Like, I can't give you a specific day, although I'd like to. I just want to say sometime in the next 7 days, hopefully. And so if you have specific topics you want me to cover, or questions you want me to ask, I'll run them over and see if I can ask those. But I got a pretty good set of questions right now, and hopefully it'll get a lot of information out there that people don't know. So a lot of people don't even know this game is made by a Chinese development company. This game is 3 patches ahead of us on a Chinese server, and the company that we're kind of like paying money to just bought the rights to make a European and American server, basically. So that's what we're all playing on. People don't know that, so you learned something. $20 in my pocket. I wonder how many people are. Man, I'm always curious, like halfway through the video when it's like the boring part because I was too lazy to speed it up, or if I'm just rambling, how many people are actually just sitting there listening and didn't like skip ahead because it's YouTube and you can do that. It makes me so curious. Oh, if you are listening, let me know in the comments how you felt about me doing like a real life video, because I did. Well, my giveaway winners when I announced them was a real life video, and when I was kind of screwing around with my girlfriend a little bit, that was a real life video. And so tell me how you feel about those. You know, they aren't really always related to Kings and Legends, but some people like watching them. But if you don't like watching them, you know, you think they're stupid, they shouldn't be on the channel, let me know. You know, I'll take that into consideration. Absolutely. Otherwise, the stage is almost done, so now we can get to the actual freaking guide. We can get to what most of you skipped to. And that's stage 3. So there are quite a few strategies to do stage 3. One of them I don't do. So I'm just gonna start at this. It's like something to do with distraction, like all you run distraction. I've never done that. The one I usually do is where you rush lane 3 and then after that rush lane 2. That's a very quick way of doing it. Here, I believe we rushed lane 3 and then used a mixture of uh, reveal weakness and protect to kill the top boss. Because in stage 3, you're up against 4 bosses. The top lane is a boss with 300 health. He summons all of the units and puts protect on them. Protect makes it so when you try to deal damage to them, it instead deals damage to him. So you can't kill any units until you've done, or basically when you run him out of health, that's when all the units die. Units don't die before that point. Lane 2 does direct damage to you, and you basically nuke top player always. Like I die in this video because he nukes the hell out of me. Lane 3, after a certain amount of turns, wipes all of your. He basically uses Armageddon on all of your units every turn. He nukes all your units every turn. And so you always have to rush him. See how we're just rushing him with all of our archers, all of our centaurs. Centaurs are the best, honestly. For this, you got to use centaur archers and luscious swift, and you got to have chief and lion roar in a different lane because they don't do that much damage. You have to use all that, honestly, or this doesn't work. And the bottom row heals them. He heals all of them, but he doesn't do it that often, so you kill him last always. He's not that big of a deal. So in this video, our goal was to kill lane 3, as it should be in Cobb. So we put all our centaur archers, and we got chief, and we got lion roar, and they just shoot him each turn. You can Mifzuna rush him. You can use Mia the Shadowblade if you have somebody in there that has him. If you don't draw a chieftain, if you don't have Chief Harefirfene, there's a certain placement you have to do so that the mobs actually hit each other, and that's centaur archers or luscious swift will be in the closest slot to the enemy. The middle slot has Mifzuna or Mia because they'll still hit, but they're not taking up the centaur slot. And if you have like horsemen or like Pegasus, which you really shouldn't have, but if you do, if you draw those, put them in the closest slot to you. That way everything attacks as soon as it can attack. So we killed lane 3, and for this run we were using the strategy to focus top. So what you do? Sorry, the audio cut out. It's skipping like I was having that issue before. You're gonna have something summon like a fencing master or Emrys the Unyielding, whatever. And you want to petrify it or deep freeze it or whatever. Do what you can to stop it in place. And then if you can use reveal weakness on it, blow all of your nukes on that mob because they'll all do double damage to the guy up top. If you noticed in like 2 turns, we did like 180 damage to him or something ridiculous. Reveal weakness helps big time with that. So I died to direct attacks, and believe it or not, this was, like I said, a week and a half ago or something. This was my first Cobb run, so I was a noob as hell. I didn't understand how I died. But you can focus stop, and you can burn him down like we did in this video. But I'm just telling you right now, and I can make a video of this strategy if people need to see it, but it's really simple. Put all your, centaur archers in lane 3, burn lane 3, and then put like leftovers in lane 2, like not Mifzuna. I'm talking like I don't want to explain it. If you guys have tons of like centaur archers, you should usually save them for lane 3 because they'll die. But if you have tons of centaur archers, like enough, start putting them in lane 2, so they'll start working lane 2 down, and then you can burn lane 2 and 3 because when you kill 3, everything that's in 3 does damage to 2, so you can kill 2 within like 1 or 2 turns later, and get that out of the way so your 4th person won't die. And from there, everything in the top 3 lanes will all hit the boss. And so you can do that. Or you can do what we do here. Like I said, most of these cards are not that hard to get. Besides Mia, and Mia really didn't do any damage. People have Mifzunas. You don't have to be VIP to get Mifzuna. You don't have to be VIP to get Centaur Archers or Centaur Marksmen. You don't need Lion Roar. We didn't get much damage out of Lion Roar. We didn't get much damage out of the Mia and all the VIP things. You don't have to be VIP to do Castle of Bones. You have to be level 40. You have to have the right cards. Not the best cards, the right cards. And you have to have your placement perfectly. if you guys are good at placement, if your team is good at placement, and I don't suggest randoms. You can do it with randoms, but it should be randoms that have all done it before. If your team is good with placement, you're going to get this done no problem. So I hope you guys like the video. If the audio is crappy, I'm probably just going to leave it up because it's so much talking. It's hurting me. It's hurting me really bad deep down. Speaking of hurting someone deep down, hey Shannon. Hey Shannon. Yeah. Go on, tell YouTube what I just did to you. You don't even know what I. You hear that, folks? She doesn't even say it into the mic. Come here. Come here. Come here. Tell YouTube what a man I am.
What did you do?
Oh, that's how it is. All right. All right, YouTube. Women. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. If you're a woman, you're watching this video, don't do that to your boyfriend. Don't be like that. All right. Let him brag. Just let him brag. You shut up.
I was studying.
You know what? Just wait. Just you wait. Things I do. Things I do. What are you doing? Keep studying. You have to learn. You have to gain knowledge. Okay, guys. I don't remember what I picked in this video, but I bet it was really bad. Oh, rare gems. Look at these awful boss picks. Oh my gosh. This game needs less fillers. Look, there's like